Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Simply Bliss. So in today's video, it's my first booktube video, so I'm very excited. And I figured since it's the first video, why not go through all of the books that I just purchased and put on my physical TBR. So I think that's what we're going to do today. This is not all of the books on my physical TBR. I have more books in my car and more books at my house. But this is like the general. Like this is the gist. Like the books that I have in my car and at my house is probably like 10 or 12 more books, if that. So this is like the main haul of them. So we're going to get through all of them. And now I'm going to be honest with you. I'm the type of person where I see a book rec and there's nothing about the book. They just loved it. Sold. It's in my cart. I bought it. I don't know anything about the book, but everybody loved it, so I want to read it. A lot of the booktubers that I have been watching recently say it's FOMO. I do have FOMO. I want to know what it's about. I don't even care if I don't like it. I just want to know, you know? So we're going to get right into that because there's books behind me and next to me, and there's books everywhere. There's a decent number of books here. And as we go through, Future Bliss is going to put counters because I saw that in one of the videos, and I thought that was like the coolest thing ever because like I kind of want to know how many books that I have on my physical TBR. So, and I say that because right now I put myself on a book buying ban. So I'm not buying any more books until I get some of these down, since I just purchased such a huge amount and spent a lot of money. Put myself on a little break. Hey, I know you just got into this and you're very excited about it, but let's pace ourselves, you know? You can only read so many books at a time. Pace yourself, B. Pace yourself is what I have to say. So let's dive right in. I guess we could start on this side. These books are not in any kind of order. I had planned to put them in by like author or series. I didn't do that. I took them out of where I was keeping them and put them around me in piles. And that is all I did. So, yeah. I guess some of them are together though, because this is all one author. And I have read... Let's get into it, okay? Let's get into it. So the first book on my physical TBR that I'm going to show you is Empire of Sin by Rena Kent. Now, Rena Kent is a dark contemporary romance author. And when I say dark, I do indeed mean dark. But this is a special edition and it was on sale. That is why I had to grab it. So, here's this one. As I go through these, I'm going to just talk a little bit about the author. I haven't read every author that I've purchased yet, but I have read some. So, as we're talking about Rena Kent, next book, Lies of My Monster. It is the second book in the Monsters trilogy, and I haven't read the first book yet. I don't even have it yet, but like I said, special edition on sale. Had to grab it. Now, Rena Kent, I think I'm now a diehard fan. That's why I had to go and get all of these special edition copies of her books were on sale. I had to get them after I read that first one. So the first one that I read was God of Malice. This book is God of Wrath. It's also in that series, but there's another one before this. Now, it's a series of interconnected standalones, but I want to read them in order. So this is book 3 on the list, but like I said, special edition on sale. Had to grab it. I did not know what to expect when I first started reading God of Malice, the first book in one of her series. Like my introduction to her writing, did not know what to expect. This is the third book in the Monsters trilogy. So I have book 2 and 3, not book 1. Love that. And it's called Heart of My Monster. So there is that one. And this is another special edition. I guess they were having a sale on special edition copies of her books at Target, because that's where I got all these from. And I love the hardback. Oh my god, I love it so much. So I had to get it. But as I was saying, did not know what to expect. Shocked me to my core. Did I love it though? I did. And that is why I had to go out and buy not every single one, but I had to get the special edition copies. This is another one. This is a duet. So this is book 2 of the duet. Don't have book 1, but it was a special edition copy. And it was on sale. And it is called Throne of Vengeance. Now, I haven't seen a lot of people talk about Rena Kent, probably because of how dark of an author she is. Like, read your trigger warnings, girl. I went in blind and had to put the book down. I'm not even going to hold you. I was so flabbergasted. But then I picked it right back up. Can't lie about that. So, the next one in my piles here is Brissinger. This is a Christopher Polini. I don't know how to say that last name. I'm sorry. But this is book 3 of the Inheritance series. The first book is Aragon. I don't have it yet. It's on order, though, but I ordered it. And it hasn't come yet, or it's one of the books at my house that I haven't gone through yet. So I'm waiting for the first one. My boyfriend is the one that told me about this series, and he said that he would read it with me, so sold. So I got book 3, and what else do I have? And I have Eldest, which is another book in the Inheritance series, and this is book 2. So I'm waiting for books 1, 4, and 5 to get here at my boyfriend's house. The other one, they're probably at my house. But yeah, so I have this one as well. So we're going to read this whole series together. So excited. He has all of his books. I don't know if you can see them. Where am I pointing? There. So those are all of his copies there. I wanted my own. And he's got some paperbacks in his, and I'm a hardcover girly. So had to get the hardcover. The next one I know nothing about, but I saw great things. I also didn't realize when I purchased it how thick this book is. So this is going to take me some time, and I really have to sit down and take some time, probably on a car ride or something. This will be where I have hours to just do nothing but read. And this is called The Priory of the Orange Tree, and it's by Samantha Shannon. Now, I've heard great things about Samantha Shannon. I don't know if I have any more of her books right now, or if they're on order. But I've heard great things. Very excited. Thick. This is a thick one. And I've heard people say they love flop, but I guess this is a floppy book. Right? Would this be floppy? I don't know. I guess. So there's that one. And then, like I said, these books are kind of all over the place. I didn't put them in any kind of order. Love that for myself. So the next one that I have is part of a series. And it's A Touch of Chaos. I have read the first book in the series, A Touch of Darkness. And I gave it a 9.4. Now, a lot of the book community does 1 through 5. I'm sorry. Even the movies that I rate are 1 through 10, so it's just engraved in my head to do 1 through 10. But yeah. So, Touch of Darkness was in the 9s for sure. So I had to get the rest of the books in the series, but I don't know if you know anything about this series. It goes from Persephone's point of view to Hades' point of view. So the second book in the series is Hades' point of view of the first book. So I'm currently in the middle of reading that, but this is the last point of view of Persephone in the series that I had to pick up because it was on sale, and this book is expensive, so I had to get it while it was on sale. So yeah, there's that one. And then I have here Victoria Aveyard. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. Scarlett Sinclair is the author of this book. Love her. Her writing style, I love it. I'm so excited to get through the rest of the series. and the other ones that she has, truthfully. Back to this one. So this is by Victoria Aveyard, and it's called Broken Throne, and it's the third book in the Red Queen series. Now, I have read the first book, and this is, like I said, this is the third, and I do have the second. First book, I'm pretty sure I gave that book a 9.8, like, or a 9.6. That book was so good. I was so captivated. And I didn't even know, like, I knew nothing about the first book when I picked it up. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I loved it. I truthfully loved it. So this is the third book. I do have the second book. You'll probably see it in here somewhere. But very, very excited to read this. Victoria, I love her style of writing. Oh my goodness. So excited for this. One of the faves. So ready for it. Next one I have is by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and it's called Fall of Ruin and Wrath. Now, this is book one of a series. I don't know what the series is called, and I don't know what the rest of the books are in the series, but I purchased 2 of these books by accident when I was going on my little book buying binge. So I gave the other one to my friend, and we're going to try to read this one together. Now, my friend is not a reader, so we'll see how that goes. And I got 2 hardcovers, so that's just like money out of my pocket. Love that. And the print is very small. Don't know if you guys can see that, but it's very small print. Now, before, I never really noticed the print. I just kind of get immersed. But as I was showing her the book and being like, this is our next read, because we've read a book together like a couple of days ago, she was like, the print. And I was like, oh my god, the print. It is small. But yeah, so this is Fall of Ruin and Wrath by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So yeah, don't know anything about this, but it says on the back, she lives by her intuition, he feeds on her pleasure. So probably some steam in this, for sure. Okay, and then we're gonna go into our next one. Is also in a series, and it's book 1 of the Possessing Her series, and it's by Morgan Bridges, and it's Once You're Mine. Now, this is another one that I've heard such great things about, but I don't know nothing about. I just heard that it was great. That's literally it. I don't know anything else about this book. But on the back, it says, murder brought us together, only death can keep us apart. Intrigued. So, excited for that. Bam. Now, here we go again with my girl, Scarlett Sinclair. This is, the third of Persephone's point of view in the series. This is the third book of her point of view. There's another one before this, but like I said, this whole series in hardcover is so expensive. So like these were on sale, so I had to grab it. But the second book from her point of view, I still have to get. I'm waiting for another sale or my book buying ban to be over. So I'm just gonna read Game of Fate, which is Hades' point of view of the first book, and then hopefully by the time I get done with that and some of the books on this TBR, I will be able to purchase the next book in her point of view, which is A Touch of Ruin is the one that I'm missing, and then it's Hades' point of view, and then it would be this one, which is A Touch of Malice, and then it's Hades' point of view again, and then it's the one that I just showed you before, A Touch of Chaos. We love that. So, I've got the last 2 books of her point of view. I just need the other one. The next one that I have, my mom actually got this book for me, and I don't know anything about it, and I've had it for so long. But I figured it's literally like 10 pages. Not 10, but it's like 100 and something pages. So I figured this is like a quick read if I wanted to take a break from something. But it's called A Journey, Chasing Wildfires, right? And it says A Journey of Loving an Addict. and it's by Jessica Jocelyn. So I don't know anything about this, but I figured it would be like a little quick read or something. Yeah. We're making ourselves through these piles slowly but surely. Like, there's so many more, but we'll get there. The next one that I have is A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. Now, I've heard Monica Murphy is a phenomenal author. She's one of the authors that I purchased but haven't gotten a chance to read anything of hers yet. So I'm very excited to dive into one of her books because I've heard phenomenal things about this author. Truthfully, very excited. And this says as seen on TikTok, so this must be a TikTok book. And there's also a bunch of books in this series, I believe. So there's a couple more. I don't know if this is the first book or not. Is that flop? I don't know, guys. What is flop? Like, what are we looking for with flop? Is that what we're looking for it to just be like that? Is that what flop entails? I'm not sure. Someone let me know. So this is another one that I have by Monica Murphy, and this is Lonely for You Only. So here's this one. Just another book that I saw that was by Monica Murphy, and like I said, I heard such great things about her. So I'm very excited for that. What else do we have? We have, some more Scarlett St. Clair. Love that. We have Mountains Made of Glass. It's a fairy tale retelling. Now, I don't know anything about this book. Like, literally not a clue. But I know it's the first one of a series. Like, this is the first one. So, I think, at least, if I'm not mistaken. I honestly couldn't even tell you. But I've heard, like I said, I've read Scarlett St. Clair, and I freaking love her. So had to grab it. And it's like a little baby one. Like, barely, this is not even 200 pages. So this is a quick read. I'm going on a trip next weekend, so I might take some of these quick reads with me for that trip, because we're going to Maryland, and I live in Jersey, and that's like a 3.5, 4 hour car ride. So some time to read some books. Now, this book is by A.K. Mulford, and I've heard great things about this series in particular, which is The Five Crowns of Orcrith, I guess, is the name of the series. Or I don't know if people just call it High Mountain Court. But yeah, A.K. Mulford, I've heard also, is a great author. People love her. So, very excited for this. This is another one. Quick read. Not too many pages. There's barely 300 pages in this book, so that should take me like a day. Love that. Okay, now, these next couple that I have, I've got to make some space, because this is the complete Akhtar series, right? So I got the whole thing because I've heard nothing but phenomenal things about this book. And I don't know if, like, y'all could tell, but these books, some of these Johns are thick. Some of these are thick, right? And people are like, I've reread the series for the 7th time. Girl, how? How much time do you have? Like, I don't understand. This book is over 700 pages. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's going to take me so long. Like, I'm so excited to dive into it, but this is just going to take me so long. And the way that people talk about this series is that I'm going to want to read one after the other. That's why I got them all. Because I feel like the way that I was hearing this series talked about, I had to get them all. I had to. So I got the paperbacks, right? When I get established, I'm going to get the hardcovers. Because I've seen some beautiful hardcovers for this like in a box set, I need them. I need them just because they're pretty to look at. So I think these are going to be the ones that I start annotating in. People have said that, and I think I want to do that. I don't know. Because then I'm going to have to buy duplicates of all the books that I annotate. So I'll have to see about that. But very excited. And a box set of the hardcovers will be ordered. Oh, also, if you're wondering what this is, my boyfriend made this bookmark for me. Love him for that. Isn't it cute? I'll take the whole thing out. But it's literally just, I started reading it. I just haven't gotten into it. But it's just like a little string. I've never seen a bookmark like this before, so I was totally intrigued. Thanks, babe. So yeah, complete Akhtar series in my hand. I'm gonna read it, y'all. I'm gonna read it. I had to put it on the list. So please know it will get read. Okay. So, after that, we've got the King of Greed series by Anna Hong. So, I don't know if there's more, or the King of Wrath series, oh my gosh. If there's more than 3 books in this series. I don't think there is. I'm pretty sure it's just a trilogy. But I've got all 3. Because okay. So I was on BookTube yesterday for majority of the day because I was feeling a little bleh, you know. And I didn't want to read for whatever reason. So I was just on BookTube. And I heard people saying that, like, from my BookTube people that I watch, that they've heard mixed reviews on this series. Mixed reviews. Everything that I had heard previously, up until literally yesterday, was nothing but positives about this book. I hadn't heard anybody say anything negative. And I still haven't personally heard anybody say anything. But the booktuber that I was watching yesterday said that she's seen mixed reviews for this. And I don't know. I'm gonna read it anyway, obviously, because I have it. But now I'm kind of like, And this is also one I'm going into blind. I have no idea. Oh, billionaire. So I guess these are billionaire romances. I didn't even know that. But I love a good billionaire romance, you know. Love that. So yeah, I got those 3. So if you want to see all of them, book 1 is King of Wrath. And then book 2 is King of Pride. I love these covers. I might get these in hardcovers just to see what the hardcovers are about. But I do like these paperback covers. And then the 3rd book is King of Greed. So yeah. So I've got that. That's also physical TBR. We love that. Do you want to do a head count real quick to see how many we've got? Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in there. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25. 25. Whoa. Okay. So, these next 2 are ones that were gifted to me by my boyfriend because he wanted to get rid of them, and I'm a reader, so he had them. I'll read them. I don't mind. I'll put these on the, like, when I just need something, you know? So I don't know what any of these are about. This first one is called The Grasshopper Jungle by Andrew Smith. And it's a hardcover, so that's why I was like, fine, I'll keep it. I love a hardcover. So there's that one. And then the next one, I think this is like a scary one. And one thing that y'all will find about me, I do not like nothing horror. I am a punk. I am not a scare. Don't scare me, please. I have anxiety and my heart palpitates. So please don't do that. But this next one, I'm pretty sure it's a thriller. Which, oh my god, my heart is already racing even thinking about it. But I like to get myself out of my comfort zone sometimes. And this one is by Isabel Allende. Alendi. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. And it's a novel, and it's called Reaper. So, Lord knows what that's gonna be like. But there's that one. Yeah. So yeah, those two, like I said, my boyfriend gifted them to me because I had them. So I just decided to add them to my collection. Who knows? I might fall in love with them. That's how it happens, right? You just read a random book and it's like, oh my god, I love that. Next ones are some more of Sarah J. Maas. So, I know the other big series by Sarah J. Maas is A Thorn of Glass. Now, I don't have A Thorn of Glass. I have Crown of Midnight, which is the second book in the series. And I also have Tower of Dawn, which is like the 5th or 6th book in the series. Now, I don't know if y'all have seen the prices for Tower of Dawn, but this is a $30 book. It was on sale. Had to pick it up because I don't want to pay $30 for this book. I'm sorry. And I needed the hardcover because I mistakenly got Crown of Midnight without realizing that it was part of a series because I liked the cover. Then I found out that it was part of a series and was like, oh shoot. So then I was looking into the series, saw that this one was $30, and then it was on sale for $15.42. I had to grab it. And you see how I pulled that number out of my head? Because I remembered. Because significant deal. Significant. So I picked up this one and I picked up this one. I'm not getting into the series yet. I want to finish Akhtar first. And that's going to take me eons. So I'm really not concerned. I will pick up the remaining of this series because I want them hardback. That's where I'm having issues. It's kind of difficult to find the first book in particular and hardback. I've been struggling. But yeah, so I've got these two. And I will eventually pick up the rest so that I can read this series. And I know Assassin's Blade is the first book. Is the prequel. That's how I'll be reading the order, with Assassin's Blade in the front. I'm sorry. I've heard that people are in haywire about that. I'm sorry. Please don't yell at me. But I will be reading Assassin's Blade first. Because it's the prequel. I just want to know what happens. Okay? So, I have these two. And we'll wait on the rest. You'll probably see that in a video when I get them. I'll be super excited. The next one that I have is another Sarah J. Maas. Obviously, people on TikTok love Sarah J. Maas. Like, they are infatuated with this woman. And I cannot wait to see what the hype is about. So far, this is now 3 series of hers that I have. And I'm very excited to dive into her universe. Like, you don't even understand. But I have other things going on right now that I have to finish. We'll talk about those in another video. But it's also, like, intimidation because look at how thick these books are. Like, and I like to think that I could read, like, fairly quickly. But, like, these thick books are intimidating my entire soul. Like, OMG. But even more so excited. So I've got the first one in the Crescent City series. And it's House of Earth and Blood. And I got these in hardbacks as well because I loved the cover. So I had to. So there's that one. And then I've also got House of Sky and Breath, which is the second book in the series. And the third book, House of Shadow and Flame, is out. I haven't picked it up yet. It's super expensive. So I'm waiting for sale. So there's that one. Yeah. Okay. Okay, sorry. Let's come over to this side. Okay, so the next one that I have is by Ali Hazelwood. And I've heard mixed reviews on this one now. In the beginning, I saw that it had a lot of high reviews because I think I bought this on Target. And I didn't read anything else about it, but then I started seeing about it on from my booktubers, and I heard not so good things. But I don't judge a book by its cover. I'm gonna read it anyway, and it's called Bride. So I think something vampire is in it. I'm not sure. I'm all for it though. Love that. Very excited about it, truthfully. So yeah, there's that one. And then I have some more Allie Hazelwood. So I heard Allie Hazelwood was a phenomenal author. So I had to go and pick up a bunch of her books because why not? The next one that I have is The Love Hypothesis by her, and this is another one. I don't know anything about it. I'm totally going in blind, but I'm assuming scientist. So yeah, there's that. Excited for this one, and this book has bonus chapters, so cool. Next one. Now, I love a sports romance. I really, really do. I grew up in a sports household, always watching sports, playing sports, doing sports, da-da-da-da. So, not just am I a ready girly, like, I'm a sports girly as well. So, when you combine sports and books, love that. This one is a surfing one, The Tide Between Us by Callie Melly. And I've heard great things about Callie Melly. And I'm very excited for this. Like, super duper. I don't think this is a series, but it honestly might be. Now that I think about it, I think this is the first book in a series based off of these friends. I don't think it's all surfing. I think it's just the friend group, and surfing is just this guy's thing. But yeah, and I've always wanted to learn how to surf, so I was very excited about this. So this is also a little baby one. So this might go with me on my trip because I know I can finish it in a short amount of time. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. Okay. Alrighty. So now, y'all, we not even close to being done. Hanker down. So the next one is No More Secrets by Lucy Score. This is another one. Not a clue what this is about, but there's a barn on the cover, so I'm assuming small town romance, farm, I don't know, but I'm excited. Another one, I've also heard great things about Lucy Score, and this is another one that is relatively short, so I know that I'll be able to get through it relatively quickly. Next one I have is by Emily Henry, and it's called Happy Place. Can you see a theme? I don't know anything about this book, but I've heard Emily Henry is a phenomenal author. I keep saying that, but I've heard great things about these authors, and I just love it. Like, I love a good author. Like, I wish we could be besties, truthfully. But, so yeah, I picked up A Happy Place, going in blind. Not a clue. Not even going to read the back to you guys, because I don't want to know. I just want to go in blind. So, yeah, there's that one. This is another, is that flop? Is that the flop we're looking for? I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell. I can't wait for the comments to come out so I can see what the freaking flop is all about. OMG. Okay. Next one is by H.G. Carlton. Now, H.G. Carlton is a dark author. And this book is Does It Hurt? I don't know anything about this. I've heard great things about it, and I love H.G. Carlton because I think I've read another one of her books. I don't know if it's man or woman. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, because I read Haunting Adeline and Hunted Adeline. I've read that. I read it before now. I read it like mad long ago. Yeah, that was like low-key my intro into dark contemporary romance. I read it on Kindle Unlimited when I first found out about that. So, crazy. Love H.G. Carlton though. Phenomenal author. I need to stop saying phenomenal, but it's my adjective of the day apparently, because everybody is phenomenal. And I'm very excited. So yeah, there's that one. And then this one I just picked up because it is a trope that I really enjoy. I enjoy the enemies to lovers trope like so much. So I was looking for enemies with benefits like tropes, and this one came up. And it's called Enemies with Benefits, and it's by N.R. Walker. I don't know anything about this book. I don't know anything about this author. I honestly have never heard of either. I picked it up because literally of the Enemies with Benefits. That's literally why I got it. And I'm excited because I've read other Enemies with Benefits books, not called Enemies with Benefits, but like that general idea, and I've enjoyed them, so that's why I got this one. It's not too big. Print is kind of small, not too small. It's 350 pages, not bad. And then, oh my god, are these all of his books? Stop. This man is like renowned. He has so many. Oh, I had no idea about these. Oh my gosh, oh, he's got a lot of books, guys. What is N.R. Walker? You'll probably be seeing more of him because I just looked at that back page and there's a hefty number of books. It's like 4 pages of also by and like, whoa, you wrote that many books, dude. Love that for you though. So yeah, here's this one. Very excited. Can't wait to give you my thoughts on it, truthfully. So the next one that I have here is by an author that I saw being hyped up on BookTube, so I had to go and stalk her and search her, and there's so many books of hers that I want, but Target doesn't sell a lot of her books, and I picked this up at the Target sale because I think it was like $8 or something. But oh, babe, you scared me. But this is called Omega Found, and it's by Evelyn Flood. So I'm very excited to dive myself into the Evelyn Flood universe because I've heard great things. Nothing but great things about this author. So yeah, and I also love this cover. Look at that. And I love a werewolf romance. Oh, that's Max. That's my boyfriend's dog. And then here's Nala. These are my boyfriend's animals. And they just wanted to come and say hi.
Nala's stepping on everything though.
Oh, thank you, Nala. But don't step on my books, please. They cost a lot of money. Nala. So yeah, Omega Found is that one. Oh, look at Maxie. He's so cute. Hi, Maxie. Okay. So yeah, there's that one. Next one that I have is called Night Shift by Annie Crown. I don't know anything about this book. But it says, when a college bookworm and the campus basketball star share a sexy encounter in the library stacks, things get complicated. So, yep. I haven't heard anything about this book or this author, so I'm very excited to have something new. Yeah, so Night Shift. The next couple that I have are by my girl, Frida McFadden. So, if you don't know about Frida McFadden, she is a mystery thriller author. And now, I told you guys before that I am a scaredy cat, right? So, mystery thrillers are really not my thing. But I had happened to purchase 2 of her book, The Teacher. So me and my friend were the ones, my friend ended up reading it with me because I was honestly scared to dive into her universes, like into her stories, because I know they're going to be mystery thriller, and I don't like not knowing what happens. I like knowing that at the end of the book, the bad guy's going to get the girl, or the good guy's going to get the girl, or something happy is going to happen. I don't like not knowing, and these books are full of not knowing. So, I found myself super duper enjoying The Teacher, and I don't read mystery thriller, so I was like, OMG. Now I picked up all of these together, so like The Teacher and all of these ones, but I was like, these are going to be the last books that I read. Like, I just have these on my shelf to have them. But now I'm actually super excited because they're not all that long, any of them. Like 300 pages, 300 to 350 pages, and they are so well written. Like that book, The Teacher, was so good that I'm so excited for these. So I've got The Locked Door, and then I've got Never Lie, and then, and then I've got The Coworker. I heard The Coworker was the worst one, but I'm very excited still. And then I've got The Housemaid. There's another one that she has that's called The Inmate that I'm waiting to get once my book buying ban is up. But yeah. So yeah, I've got all of those. Excited for these, but these are like, I can't read all of these together. My heart would be racing the whole time. So like, I read one, and then I'll read a couple of other like dark contemporary romance or a happy romance or something like that, and then I'll read these in the middle so that I don't get overloaded with mystery and not knowing what's going on. So yeah, then I have those. Next, I have Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. I've heard people love this book. So I'm very excited to read this book. I don't know anything about this book. Let's see. He puts his hand against my chest. It's still beating, he whispers. His words a soft kiss on my lips. As long as it's beating, you're okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I'm all for it. So, yeah, I've got this one as well. There's so many books here. OMG. There's still so many left to go through. This video is going to be like an hour long. I'm so sorry. Okay, next one is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. Nothing about it. Very excited. Heard great things about Hannah Grace though. And, she's the author of The Icebreaker, which, oh, yeah, I've got these two by Hannah Grace. I heard this one had some steam in it, and I'm very excited to find that out. It's also a hockey figure skating romance, so love that. I love that so much, and I honestly don't know what this one is about, but I love, so there's those. The next book that I got, I don't know how I feel about this book, but I've heard such good things about it, but I don't know if I want to do it to myself, because this book is also another one, like, this John is like over 800 pages long. OMG, it's going to take me so long, but it's called A Little Life by Hannah. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name, but I've heard that this book was so good. Like, I heard it was such a good read. So I want to try and take myself out of my comfort zone with it, because I know it's going to be sad. Like, I know I'm going to be gutted. Look at the freaking cover. Look at the cover. That man is basically crying. So obviously that means I'm going to cry. And I'm ready for it, but I'm not at the same time. So here's this one. It's on there. I'll get to it. I don't want to do it to myself, the emotional turmoil, but I do at the same time. So I'll get to it. I don't know if it's going to be soon. I don't know if it's going to be later, but I'll get to it. I have Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. I've heard great things about this book. I don't know anything about this book, every serial killer needs a friend. Every game must have a winner. So obviously, it's friends, lovers, dark romantic comedy full of murder, chaos, and sizzling chemistry is what it says on the back. So I'm very excited about this. Actually, I did not know. This might come with me on my trip because it's relatively short. Is it giving flop? Is it giving flop, y'all? I don't know. Flop? I don't know if that's what flop is. But, I guess the characters are Ronan and Sloane. So, yeah. I'm very excited about this. This might possibly be a contender for my trip. My trip is next weekend, so you guys will have heard from me before then. But I don't know how many books I'm going to read by now and then. I have a couple that I have to finish up. We'll talk about it later. Let's get this done because we've already been talking for almost an hour. The next one that I have is Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is the first book in this series, and I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm not even going to lie to you. I've heard great things. I've heard Elsie Silver is a great author. The booktuber that I'm going to be mentioning a lot because I just discovered her and I'm quickly falling in love with her. Like, I love her vibe. Like, I love everything about. She's a UK YouTuber that does booktube, and her name is Ellen. I don't know. It's Ellen something, but I don't remember what the last name is. But like Ellen Catherine, I think. I love her. I love her, and she loves this book. So she loves Elsie Silver. So I had to get it. I got it before I found her, but this makes me even happier that I did get it because Ellen likes it. And Ellen, if by any chance you see this video, hey girl, love you. You are the reason why I started doing this, and I appreciate you greatly. So yeah. Okay. Next, yeah, y'all, I went on a haul. I bought some books, okay? I bought some books, but we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I think there's probably like 30 left. So let's just quick zoom through these. Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Gerber. Don't know anything about it. No, there's another book that oh, it's a trilogy. So yeah, there's that. Very excited for this. I've heard great things about Stephanie Gerber. Next, I have Holly Black's The Prisoner's Throne. I know that there's a series by Holly Black. I don't know if this book is in the series or if it's not, or if it's just like its own standalone. But I've heard great things about Holly Black, and I've heard great things about the series. Once again, I don't know if this is part of the series. I would have to double check. And yeah, very excited about it. Love this cover. Love this cover. And it's a hardback, y'all. It's a hardback. What does it really look like? Ah! It's a bird! I didn't even open it! It's so cute! Okay, there's so many books left. So let me stop talking. Next. This is Scarlett Sinclair's next series, and I think it's book 1, but I'm honestly not sure. It might be book 2 because sometimes I have a problem. But it's called Queen of Myth and Monsters. Like I said, by Scarlett Sinclair. Love her. She did the Hades Persephone, so love that. Very excited for this. I'll have to read this, obviously, after I finish the Hades Persephone story. Next one I have is another one by Scarlett Sinclair, and it's Hades' point of view. It's a game of gods, and this one comes after A Touch of Malice. So this is that book. Yeah. Okay. The next that I have is the Things We Never Got Over series. I think that's the first book in it. Is it Things We Never Got Over? Or is it Things We... I don't know. But it's that series by Lucy Score. So I've got all 3 books because I've heard great things and I've heard not so great things. So the first book that we have, in no particular order because I honestly don't know which order it goes in. I would have to look it up. Things We Never Got Over. And then we have Things We Left Behind. And then we have Things We Hide from the Light. And all of these are relatively thick, so this series is going to take me a little bit of time. A little bit of time, because these are roughly 600 pages apiece. But they will get done. So yeah, there's those. What else do I have? Oh, y'all, my butt is going numb from sitting here. Next, I have Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRoe. And this is book 1. Her other book is coming out on the 23rd. Is that today? I think today is the 23rd. And I think it does come out today. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, today's April 23rd. Her second book in the series comes out today. I won't be picking it up because, like I said, I'm on my book buying ban. But I will get it eventually once I read this one. I'm very excited to read this one. I've heard great, great things about it. It's a college student romance, I believe. So yeah, college student, dark romance. Love it. Love it. Next, I have The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. Now, I heard that this wasn't her best, but I heard that Lana Ferguson is a phenomenal writer. So, don't judge a book by its cover. I'm going to try to read it. I'm not going to try. I am going to read it. So, I'm going to read The Nanny, and I'm going to give you all my thoughts on Lana Ferguson, because I think this is the only book of hers that I have, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think this is the only Lana Ferguson book that I have. I'm excited for this one. And this one is relatively small, so this might be another one that comes with me on my trip. Love that. Okay. The next one we have is The Two-Week Roommate by Roxy Noor. And I've heard great things about this book. I've heard great things about Roxy. I'm very excited. That's all I can say. Very excited. I don't know anything about this book, as is the theme of this video. But, like I said, excited nonetheless. The next one that I have, which this is my next read. Like, this book is my next read after I finish all the ones that I started, because I'm in the middle of 4 books right now, and I want to finish those before I grab another one. So, this is book 1 in the Dark series, and it's by Runix, and it's called the Dark Verse, I should say, and it's called The Predator. I've heard great things. I can't wait. I want to get this book in hardcover, truthfully. I really, really do. I don't know if it comes in hardcover, but I really do want to get it in hardcover. But it's a relatively small read, so this, I can't wait. You guys might have a video from me about this book in the next couple of days, because I'm very excited about it. I can't even lie. Like, the next one that's gonna get read. Yeah. Next, I have some Colleen Hoover. So all of these books are by Colleen herself. And I've heard great things about Colleen. I haven't read any of her books yet, per se. The one that I'm probably going to read first is Ugly Love, because I've heard such good things about it. So this is the one that I'm going to start off with by her. But then I've also got It Starts With Us, which is a series, or a duet, I should say. So there's that one. And then I've got November 9. So there's that one. And then I've got Too Late. So there's that one. And then I've got Reminders of Him. I love this cover. It's like lifted. So it's super nice. Love that. And then I've got It Ends With Us, which is either the first or the second in the duet. So yeah. So I got a bunch of Colleen. But like I said, I'm probably going to start with Ugly Love, because I've heard such great things about it. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to start off with my girl Colleen. Next, I have One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. And this is a a series as well. I don't know anything about this, but I've heard great things. So I'm very excited for this one. It's looking a little dark. I have one dark window. So we'll see. I don't know anything about it. I'm not even going to read it. So I don't know anything about it. Next, I have the 2 books by Laura Nowlin. If He Had Been With Me and If Only I Had Told Her. So one of them is told by the female point of view and one of them is told by the male point of view. So I've got both of these. I have heard mixed. I've heard that this book is really not good at all. And I've heard that this book, some say it's good, some say it's bad. It depends. So, yeah, they'll get read eventually. The next author that I have is Rebecca Yarros, and I picked up 2 of her books, and the first one that I have is Eyes Turn Skyward. Now, I heard Rebecca Yarros is a great author. I don't know anything about her books. Not a thing. I don't know anything about this book. And then Full Measures. I've heard this book was really good, though. So, very excited about it. It was well over an hour long. Okay. Next, I have this book called Starry Eyes by Jen Bennett. I don't know anything about this book. I saw the cover and loved it, so I got it. Yeah, that is the entire reason. Look at that cover. It looks so cute, so I got it, and I will tell you my thoughts on it at a later date. Next one I have is called Snow Globe. So now this book is originally written in Chinese and it was translated into English. So this book is called Snow Globe. And the back of the book says, how far would you go to escape the cold? And it's the Hunger Games meets Squid Game and this dystopian thriller. So it's a dystopian thriller and I love a dystopian universe. And I thought that the cover was so freaking cool, so I had to get it. So I got it. That is the running theme of me. So yeah, there's that one. And then I have Normal People by Sally Rooney. Now, I know this is on Netflix. I'm not watching it until I read this. Now, this book is literally like 200 and something pages, so it's not going to take me long. But I have to read it before I watch the... I don't know if it's a movie or a show or what, but I have seen clips on TikTok and I love it. So I can only imagine that the book's better. Gotta read the book though before I watch and indulge myself in it. Okay. And next... Ooh. Okay, so next I have Blackout, and this is by a bunch of authors. Now, I saw this cover, and I kind of fell in love, and I saw how many people it was by, and this is, I don't even know what I was going to say about it, but I saw all the authors that were incorporated in it, and I loved the cover, and it's based in New York, so I got it. And it's called Blackout. And I'll give you my thoughts, because I haven't seen anybody read this. Next, I have a book by Kennedy Ryan. I'm pretty sure this is the first one in her series, and it's called Long Shots. It's sports romance, but this is a little thick. It's a little thick, and I guess is it giving flop? I don't know. Is that flop? So yeah, there's this one. And then next, because I never read them, obviously I've seen all the movies, but I've never read them, so I've got the Divergent series by Veronica Roth, because they were on sale and they're hardbacks, and I figured I've seen the movies, I love the movies, why not read the books? I know the books are going to be better. My mom read the books. She loved them. So I had to get them. So this is going to be like, I saw the movies for these, so I'm really not pressed to read them like I am a couple of my other ones. Obviously, I'm going to get to them, but when I can, you know, like I'm not going to rush it. But I am very excited to see what the books are about with the Divergent series. Okay, and then what do we have? Oh, let's do this first. So we have the Twisted Love series by Anna Hung, same author of King of Wrath and all of them. So I don't know. I think I might have read these, but I'm honestly not sure. So, and if I did read them, they might have been, I don't know. I don't know if I did or not. So I have all of them. I have all 4 books, because why not? So I have Twisted Love. And then I have Twisted Games. I love these paperback covers, but I probably will get hardcovers too. And then I have Twisted Hate. And then I have Twisted Lies. This is a thick one. But yeah. So I've got those. That series, sometimes I like to read series all together, because if I have them, so I want to read them all together, but then I just don't want to get caught up in a universe for days and days and days. That's the only downside. So I'll have to see what I decide to do about that. Next, oh look, I have some more Colleen. But this is a hardcover. Oh, you guys are gonna, oh, let me put that down so like I can do this one first. So this is another Colleen Hoover, and it's called Verity. And I got the hardback of it because I loved it. So I have this one in the hardback. Next, I have, okay, so these are also by Rebecca Yarros, and these 2 books I am so excited to read because I've heard nothing but phenomenal things about them. I wonder if you guys can guess. Literally guess what you think I'm talking about. Since I said 2 books and they're by Rebecca Yarros, I'll give you a moment. So, if you guessed Fourth Wing, you are correct! So yes, I've got Fourth Ring and I've got Iron Flame here. So these 2 books I cannot wait to dive into, but as you can see, this is large. This is large. They're both relatively large. So this is going to take me some time. So I've got to set aside some time so that I can be uninterrupted and really dive into this universe because I'm super excited about it. So yeah, I've got both of those. And they're hardbacks because I had to. They're not special editions or anything. I've seen the special editions. Oh my god, books are so expensive. Why are books so expensive? Anyway. Oh, the next one that I have, I don't know if you guys saw it already, is by Stephanie Gerber as well, and it's Carval. So, this is another series by Stephanie Gerber. And she's got 2 more books after this one. I'm very excited about this because I've heard great things about the series. So, super excited. Super duper excited about that. Next, this is for my own. Like, I'm very excited about this just for my own. I don't even honestly think I've heard anybody talk about this book. But I saw it. I loved it. I had to get it. It's another one by Runix. And it's Gothicana. And I am just so excited about this. It could be that I haven't heard anything about it because it's old. That could very well be the possible. I don't know if it's old or new. But yeah, I had to get it. I love the picture. I actually did read the back of this one, and I'm very excited about this. This is a dark romance. So yeah. And look at the pages. They're freaking purple. Oh my god. I love that. I love that. Okay, next one I have, and I think the first one that I have of this author, and I think this is the first book in the series. I could be wrong, but I think it is, and that's why I picked it up. And it's Sanctuary of the Shadows, and it's by Aurora Asher. I don't know. I haven't really heard anything on this book, but I think I got this one off of Amazon. I'm not sure though. And I think I saw it because of the little gold sun, and I was intrigued. So yeah, there's that one. What else do I have? I think this is the last stack, y'all. Okay, so the next one that I have is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis, and I've heard great things about this. It says New York Times No Book of the Year. I don't know how, valid that is, but I've heard great things. So I'm very excited for this one. Next, I'm very excited for this one as well because I've heard great things about this one too. This is another one that was super expensive and I caught on a sale. And it's A Fate in Inked Blood, and I got the hardcover, and it's by Danielle L. Jensen. And look at that. This is book 1. I don't know if there's any more or if they're on their way, but I'm so excited for that. She looks like a goddess. And this cover, it's raised. I love it so much. I love this cover so much. So I'm very excited to read this book. Very, very excited to read this book. Next, hey, it's Glass Sword, which is the second book in the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard that I was talking to you about. I literally have Broken Throne right here. That's so crazy. So yes, this is book 2 and book 3. Very excited. Very excited to finish this series. OMG. If y'all haven't read the first book, Red Queen, please go do it so that we can talk about it in the comments, because I need someone to talk to about that. I need someone to read it so that we can talk about it, because please, someone read it. Red Queen, Victoria Aveyard. Red Queen. Thank you. Okay, and the last two, yes, the last two that I have here are by Rebecca Ross, and it's a duology, and one is called Divine Rivals. So here's this one, and then I have another one, Ruthless Vows. So these come together. I think Divine Rivals is first, and then Ruthless Vows. I'm very excited about these. I've heard great things about these. The reviews on these books were crazy, and I did get the hardbacks. So yeah, there is that. So yeah, guys, those are all of the books on my, not all of them, but majority of the books on my physical TBR. So if you saw some in there that I should definitely read, leave a comment, let me know. Because I have, I think, over 100 books here that need to be read. So yes, that is something that is going to happen. So I guess I will see you guys in the next one.